family, guess who's getting her stuff in the studio? Me! Look at my bench. Isn't she lovely? Let's take a tour of the Gonna Be studio and I'll show you guys like my thoughts about it so far. Okay, so this table needs to move, but this is my soldering station. It's gonna go on the side of my workbench. We just got these over here. See, these my soldering stuff. Oh, I can't wait to get back to work, y'all. And if you stay tuned, here goes all my brass and copper, wire and stuff. We got displays, ring boxes. Who getting back to work? Whose torch is that? I'm so hyped, y'all. Got my flex shaft up, yay. So out here is gonna be, and I've showed you guys this before, but here are my many stones and crystals. And then speaking of crystals, these are crystal boxes. I am having a Thrifty Thursday sale this week. I'm getting ready for that. Here are my drawers. So we just brought stuff over and put it down. But we're making progress. I'm super excited. Look at my little elephant babies from Nigeria. I finally found them. I was looking for these. So the plan is back here. We're gonna have a freezer here that mommy's giving us, but I wanna have probably some storage here, like cabinets, and then shelves here for the crystals to stack up so I can see what everything is. On this side, I'm gonna have probably 2 tables for my jewelry display when I do my, not my jewelry display, my crystal display when I have my crystal live sales. And hopefully some things kind of stacked up over the table so that I can display other things as well. I sometimes sell my jewelry during my crystal live sales. So I want to have a little area rug. Like it's going to be a studio. Like I'm going to decorate. It's going to be a very nice place to get my work done. So we over here, guys, we made it. I'm so excited, and I'll show you guys later, but I've been pulling stones out because my cousin's anniversary is coming up, and he asked me to make some jewelry for his wife. So I'm so excited. I'm like, thank you for getting me back to work. So I was like, get the bench over there. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm working with when I get them to the bench, probably tomorrow or later this evening, and we will watch me work again. I'm so excited. Okay, love you guys. Thank you for watching. I think that video got cut off, so I hope you're happy and healthy and doing well, and I'll see you guys in the next part of this video. Peace. Peace, family. I hope you're happy and healthy. I am organizing. Let me show you guys what it's looking like so far. Still pretty rough. But there's my beautiful bench. I put everything where it goes here, put our drawers in, put a few things in, my little letters that I stamp, some of the tools, and I'm making a jewelry set for my cousin. I'm super excited that he trusted me with this. It's an anniversary gift for his wife, so I'm making earrings and a necklace, a ring and a bracelet, and I'm gonna share as much as I can of it with you guys. I think it's gonna be amazing. Here is my soldering station, and that's about it for now. Everything else is still crystals and stuff and a work in progress, but his anniversary is coming up soon, so I needed to get it at least functional. So I think that's where I am right now. I'm at functional slightly, and just making lists of what I'm still looking for, what I haven't found in my boxes, and what I need to purchase, like what got thrown out or what I just need to replace so that I'll have everything I need, plus a fan because I'm in Texas and this is the garage and this is not San Diego. You cannot just work in here like this. So I'm bringing a fan over here, and the garage is really gonna transform over the next, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm excited. It's gonna turn into a really nice, cozy studio. So that starts with the fan. Thank you guys for watching. I'll come back and show you when I actually get to work, when I get my fan, and show you guys the finished product. So excited. All right, I hope you guys are well. Peace. Peace, family. We getting our furniture delivered today. It's getting real. It's gonna be messy in here. So let's remember it. It's already messy in there. So we're gonna have to try to clean everything up and organize over the next couple of days. But I'm excited. We're finally getting actually moved in here. So yeah, I just want to share that moment with you guys. Peace. That just happened. Peace, family. I don't know about angles right now, but I just want to show you what we're starting on and what I'm doing so far. So I'm making a ring, a bracelet, a necklace, and a pair of earrings with these stones. So the first thing to do is start off making settings. The client wants copper. It's my cousin. He wants them set in copper, so I have copper bezel wire, and I'm just fitting them to the stones. I'm gonna have to file and solder them. So that's what I'm working on. I'll show you guys when I get, you know, some more settings made and stuff, and maybe some soldering. So I'll come back soon. Peace. Peace. You can't see my face, but you don't really need to. I'm going to start off by soldering 3 of the settings. I'm gonna try to do 2 pieces at a time. So right now I'm working on the ring and the bracelet. So I've got my copper wire solder. I prefer wire solder. They do also offer paste solder, but when I use paste solder, to me it wasn't as sturdy of a solder joint, and you need a very sturdy solder joint. Like, that's basically the quality of your jewelry. Like, will this jewelry fall apart? So it could be a user error, I don't know, but I really like wire solder for copper, brass, and silver, so, and gold. So since it's working for me, I am not going to fight it. So we got our pieces of solder here. We're gonna spray our cuprinil, which is a flux. So with cuprinil, you do have to warm your pieces up first and then spray it. You're gonna make sure you spray your solder joint real good and then heat it up again. And hopefully you guys can see, maybe I can't zoom in or out. Okay, sorry. I want you to be able to see how it kind of frosts up a little bit. So I hope you guys can see that. But I'm just making sure that I spray the solder joint really, really good, because you gotta have flux on the solder joint. So let's get these soldered. After we solder them, we're gonna, well, I'm going to, I don't think I'm gonna show this. This piece does not want it, there it is. I'm gonna have to file these all down to the correct height to fit the stone, but that would be kind of boring to watch. So that one is soldered. Nice. And I just try to place the solder right on the line on the solder joint that I want. And there we go. So we got 3 settings soldered. I am going to file these down and make sure that they fit the stone really well, and I will show you guys what I do after that. Peace. Why is that happening so much in this video? Sorry about that, y'all. Alright, so I'm about to take a little break because it's super hot in the garage. I do have one little fan out here, but I definitely don't have it comfortably set up yet. But I soldered the settings. Can y'all see that? I soldered the settings, so this is one of them. There we go. Pretty flat on the top, flat on the bottom. Copper solder looks gray, so if you have extra like I do here, you can clearly see it, so I have to clean that up. I made the setting for this one. I haven't filed this one down yet. I'm gonna make it shorter, so you want to make your setting just a little bit taller than when the stone starts to curve up. I hope that makes sense. If I was to set it like this, the metal will be covering a lot more of the stone. So I'm gonna, oops, sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna make it shorter, but you can see it's a very well-fitting setting. And then I also soldered the setting for the other one just like that one. So those two I have to lower. See? But they're soldered. So solder, and then I'm gonna lower them to a better height. And then I'll clean up the solder joint so that it doesn't look like, oh, I just soldered this right here. So that's for the bracelet and the ring. I also cut out, this is gonna be for the bracelet. These are 2 half-round 6-gauge copper wires. I'm gonna hammer them with this design, and it's gonna be a cuff bracelet. So I'm gonna take a little break because it's pretty hot in here and I'm in Texas. I'm gonna work on getting myself real comfortable because I want to be in here a lot even after I finish this piece. I have missed working at my bench so much, and I've missed sharing it with you guys. So thank you for watching. I'll come back and show you guys some progress later. Peace. Peace, family. I hope you are doing well and happy and healthy. So it's a whole nother day. It's a lot trying to make this set and like move out of mommy's house and into my house and unpack things, but mostly get work done and, you know, logistics with the kids and stuff. But I found a crystal box that I've been looking for. I was like, where are my crystals? And we brought them in the U-Haul, so I knew they were there in mommy's house. And now that we're unpacking and moving, I found the box. So let me just show you guys a few things. This has nothing jewelry, but it is still my business. So I was looking for these amethysts from Nigeria. They were new. They came in after my last live sale in San Diego. So I finally found them. I love the little like jewelry sized ones. It has lots of double terminations. Okay, other than that, I've got some celestite and stuff. Someone was asking me about these citrine, and I knew I had a lot of them. These are naturally tumbled citrine. They're naturally tumbled in a river in Nigeria, northern Nigeria. So anyway, I found that, but I really came on here to show you guys where I am on the jewelry set. So I'm kind of, hold on, focus. I'm wrecking my brain a little bit on this design because originally, like when I had like freedom, I imagined it with 2 stones on the side, but we also always want to stay at a price point, right? So I took off a stone and I'm just working on ways to make it cute and artistic, but these settings look great. They're nice and the right height now and ready to be soldered. And this is the setting and the stone for the ring. This one's also ready. I also hammered out the ring band and the bracelet bands. This one is already straightened up mostly. And then I have one over here that I had to anneal, which just means getting it really hot so that it's going to be soft enough for me to straighten back up. So I'm making progress slowly but surely. I also just kind of shaped out the settings for these 2 and for this one. So when I have like so many different pieces to work on at a time, I kind of just like, if I get tired of filing, like get over here and work on this part of the ring. If you get tired of making bezels, then go solder something, because as long as I'm working towards the end goal, it'll get done. And these are all for the same person, so that's cool. I also have one order for my made to order earrings. They're one of my best sellers. I absolutely love them. And although they're easier and faster to make, I'm gonna finish this before I do that. And that's one reason why my customs take 5 to 10 business days, why my made to order items take 5 to 10 business days, because I want everybody to feel like they're my only customer, but they're not. So I have to finish what, you know, who ordered and paid me and stuff ahead of you. And then as soon as I can, I just do the orders in the order in which I receive them. So we're making progress, guys. It's Wednesday and I want to ship these out on Friday. So I got to get to work. I might not record too much, but I'll definitely make sure I show you guys what it looks like at the end. And I'll try to do little tidbits in between. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a bit. Peace. All right, guys. Let's solder some stuff. So we've got the ring band here. Hopefully you guys can see. There's our solder joint. We're gonna solder it. It is hammered with the pattern now. We're gonna solder that. And this is our bracelet, about to be soldered. I cleaned up the ends so they can be soldered. I'm gonna try to place the solder in between this binding wire because the binding wire will solder too, and I have to clean that up. So I try to avoid that by making enough space for me to solder. But if it happens, I can always clean it up. So we're making progress. I already have my little solder here cut out. Let's make it happen. Go. Solder flowed. I'm going to try to mainly focus on one side at a time. So the binding wire just helps me make sure that I have a really nice touching solder joint between both of these pieces of metal. One of these on the end, right there. And what I really want to do is pull that solder towards the bottom, so it runs through the seam to the front part of the bracelet. I hope I'm not blocking too much. I know I gotta work on my angles. There we go. Oh, they're almost going through. Copper has to get super hot to solder. And I only have one type of copper solder. So when I do my other joints, I am most likely going to do them with silver. You can use the same type of solder. One of them flowed, but the other did not yet. You can use the same type of solder. Like I know some jewelers who just use hard on every solder joint, every step of the jewelry making process. You just have to have really great heat control. And the more detail you put on there, sometimes you have to, you know, use medium 2 or 3 times. So it just depends on your preference and what your needs are, how many solder joints you're gonna have. Boom, those flowed nicely. Probably can't see it, sorry. But I'm doing my best. Maybe you guys will be able to see this one a little better because I am kind of in front of it. So when you're using binding wire, you don't want to dip them in the clinch bowl like I normally do when I'm not using that. You just have to kind of let it dry. I mean, not dry, but let it cool off on its own. I love the colors that copper makes when you heat it up. I like to flame paint copper sometimes and bring those colors out in the finishing of the work, and it is just really quite amazing and different every single time, which I love. One of them soldered, the other one is working on it. There we go. Alright guys, so we're gonna let these cool off and I'll come back and show you some other stuff. So while these are cooling off, I'm gonna get over here and do something else. And I'll come back and show you guys in a bit. Peace. Okay peeps, I think I'm clocking out for today, but tomorrow I will be in here all day long. So let me show you where we're stopping for today. It's dirty, y'all know the jewelry is pretty at the end. So I soldered these pieces on, they're super dirty. That's for the bracelet. Soldered this setting, that's for the ring. We've got the bracelet part made here. So it's soldered. I had to file it. I still got some cleanup to do on it, but it is nice and formed. The ring as well is formed. Waiting for their settings. I filed and matched these, but they're not soldered. Started on this setting. Still gotta file this setting. So tomorrow I'm gonna do most everything. So we'll solder these together, then we'll be done. I'll finish making the settings for these, finish up these settings and those. So we're making progress, but we still have a lot of work to do. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow. Peace. Okay, JK, I didn't go to sleep. I didn't go to sleep last night until around 12:30, and it was our first night sleeping in our new house, which was awesome. So I just worked until I got tired, and then I went in and drank a little wine with my husband, and we watched something, and the kids slept in the game room. So anyway, we're getting a little bit used to the house. At least got to spend the night. But let me show you where I'm starting off now, and then I'll come back and give you guys an update. I've just been trying to work because today I want to have everything at least made to get in the tumbler, and it could tumble all night, get really nice and pre-polished and stuff. And then tomorrow I can set stones, put finishings on them, and then I'll be shipping them out tomorrow as well. So that's why I've been working so long, just to get it all done. Let me tell you what I'm doing. So this is for the bracelet, and I gotta resolder it. Everything's dirty until it's not. Y'all know that. So I gotta resolder it because I see some cracks. So you might not see them now because I adjusted the bottom and really pushed it up against to make sure it's flat. Your solder will not fill in spaces. It only connects what's already touching. So I'm redoing that. I'm doing these two settings, which are for the necklace. The ring is almost done. It's over here waiting for the flex shaft. So I'm going to use that to really smooth out some of these solder joints. I don't know if y'all can see, but that's where the solder joint was. I filed it down so far, and then I'm going to use my flex shaft to make it nice and smooth and clean. And here is the setting that's been soldered and filed down. So that needs to be cleaned up. Then those are going to be soldered together. I did do the settings for these last night, but I gotta lower them, make sure they're the right height and everything. I had to redo two of them. They weren't just a tight, good fit like I like. Here is the bracelet. I feel like it's blurry. It's blurry. This is also needing to be cleaned up before I can solder that on. So stones everywhere, but definitely making great progress. Very excited. So I'm gonna get my butt back to work, and I will show you guys an update a little later. I thought I would show you guys real quick the difference in the settings from when I form and solder it, just this one, to when I say I file it down to the right height. Actually, when it has corners, I have to file down the corners so that when I set it, it'll be real nice and complement that corner. If I set it like this, the corners would be all folded into each other. It wouldn't be smooth. The side of the setting would be covering up way more of the stone. So that's what I mean. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys. These two are already done. You see that it sits in there nicely, and it's gonna just barely go over the part where the stone starts to curve. I set them with pressure, so I push them in and down on the stones, and that's how they stay in there. But you can bring it down to a spot where it's really gonna highlight that stone. It's gonna set smoothly. So I just want to show you guys like a clear difference. I'm about to do this one and it'll look like this later on. Peace. Peace, family. Grand Rising. It is the next morning, about 7:30. So let me show you what we got here. Here's our bracelets and all the settings for that. They all need to be cleaned up and soldered, but I can't seem to locate all of the tops that go in my flex shaft. So I'm gonna go look at mommy's house, and if not, I gotta go somewhere else. But here are the earrings. Remember, everything is dirty. They haven't even been pickled yet. So those are the earrings that will go with these 4 stones. This is the ring that'll go with this stone. And so I'm working on the necklace. These 2 settings are done. And I soldered these other 4 settings last night. So I'm gonna lower these to the correct height and get all the components together for the necklace. We are getting towards the finish line, guys. So I'll show you guys what's up at the end. Thanks for watching. Peace. Okay, guys, that's better. So everything looks great. Almost finished. Apologies for not showing more. I just had so much work to do in so little time. As you can see, I still need to clean this setting up a little bit at the bottom, but everything is soldered and cleaned up very nicely. I've got a few little cleanups to do on the necklace, like a few settings. So I will do that and stick them back in the tumbler. And while they're tumbling, just for a short time, I will be setting stones. I'll set the stone on this one and the earrings. So I'm trying to ship them out today, but I don't want to rush my work. I'm super happy with how it's looking, and I hope that my client will be too. I'll show you guys what it looks like at the end. Peace. Alright, guys, the last stone has been set. So this one is waiting to be polished. We got our earrings here, waiting to be polished. Bracelet set. So I still gotta clean up the setting on this, just on the top, smooth it out a little bit. All these settings, just clean them up a little bit, and then it will be ready to be polished. And check out the necklace. I worked my butt off on this and I love how it turned out. So I'll show you guys pictures when it's all done, videos of them, like the pictures that I take from my Instagram and website and for my client. Cause though, if you watch this, don't tell anybody how much you pay for this. I would never make something like this again at that price point, but I love you and happy anniversary. It just turned out this way. Sometimes with my customs, I don't really realize how many hours it's gonna take to do it. So that's kind of a score for my clients, but not so much for me. But I'm very happy for this to be the first set that I make back at my bench. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.